His corner. And yeah, we have a fight. Terrence Crawford came in 146 point something, and Kell Brook is very big, man, but he came in at 147 on the dot. 147 at the dot, and he don't look like he misses leg. Like, he looks cut up like a bag of dope. Like, for real. The man looked ready. He seems very focused. I think every time he talks about a chocolate brownie, he loses, but that's beside the point. All right. I had to sit and look at this fight from a different outside of, Terrence Crawford being pound for pound and undisputed at 140 and all of that. I had to look at it just what on paper, and then I had to look at Kell Brook's last fight at 147, and that was against Errol Spence. So I'm gonna go through the specs real quick, and then I'll make a few points and then give you my it was very hard to come to this outcome, but I've come to it. I was thinking like this for a while, but after I really looked at, after this video, if y'all really think I'm crazy, y'all really need to go back and look at Errol Spence versus Kell Brook again. If you can't have time watching the whole fight, go to the DAZN highlights. Go to that highlight and you're talking about. But I'm gonna start with I'm gonna start with Terrence Crawford. Terrence Bud Crawford has 36 wins and no losses. He has 27 knockouts. He's fought for 204 rounds. He has a 75 rating. He is the WBO champion at welterweight. He's 33 years old. He's a southpaw. He's 5'8". I think he's 5'9" because that man is tall. And as I seen him standing next to Devin Haney, it was like the same height. Devin Haney is pretty damn tall. So I'll say he's 5'9" with a 74-inch reach, and he's from Omaha, Nebraska. He started his career at 140 pounds. He's fought at 135, and he's been pro for 12 years. His last fights at 147, he stopped all of them. Jeff Horn, Jose Benavidez Jr., Amir Khan, and Ivis Kabanaka's Green Beans, him. And he dropped all of them besides Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn was a standing TKO knockout. And his last fight was almost a year ago when he fights Kell Brook this weekend, tomorrow, this Saturday. It'll be almost a year since his last. Now, Kell Brook has 39 wins and 2 losses. He has the same knockouts as he has 27 knockouts, same as Terrence Crawford, but he has his two loss stoppages. They both stop knockout losses. He's fought for 216 rounds. His knockout rating is 65.85%. He's 34 years old. He is 5'9" with a 69-inch reach, and he's from Sheffield, Yorkshire, from the UK. And he started at 147 pounds. He started at welterweight. He's been pro for 16 years. He's fought at 140 pounds before in his career. 2 losses came back to back 4 years ago versus Triple She, which is that was at 160 pounds. Then it was versus Errol Spence at 147. 3 fights of that was at 154 pounds, and he's coming off a TKO win in February, so he fought this year. Now, real quick, Kell Brook, man. Kell Brook has a great chin. I can't stress this enough, all right? He's never been dropped. When he fought, and when I mean dropped from like a punch or a combination. You understand? When he fought Errol Spence, you can see in the 8th round, Errol Spence hit him with a left and a right, or he hit him with 2 hooks, and then he turned Kell Brook and hit him with 2 more, both of them laying flush. That second combination of hooks, that when that right one came across his face, his eyes started to bubble immediately. That's when he broke Kell Brook's left eye socket, and it happened in the 8th round. Okay, Kell got dropped in the 10th round. This is my point. What I'm trying to say is his eye socket got broke in the 8th round, when that bubble started to come up. Who knows if it was straight up broken or was about to be broken or was being fractured. For 2 rounds, he was getting hit in the face and did not fall. He didn't fall when it broke, when it started to bubble. He didn't fall that round. He didn't fall a round after that. In the round after getting hit repeatedly in that same eye, he got beat down from injury. Okay, he got beat down because of the injury, not because the punches hurt his face in that type of sense. If his eye wasn't broken, if his eye or face wasn't injured, I do not think he would have got dropped. I do not think he would have hit the mat in that fight at all, is what I'm saying. He wouldn't have fell to the mat. It wouldn't have happened. And in the 11th round, he took a knee on his own because of the injury. It wasn't because of a power punch. It wasn't because he was off balance. That's the point I'm trying to make. And let's not forget he went up to 160 pounds without fighting in between. Like he's probably fought at 154, but not after he fought at welterweight. He went from welterweight straight to 160 and fought Triple G and got his eye broke for the first time ever and didn't get dropped. He didn't hit the mat once. Go look at the fight. Go look at BoxRec. He didn't hit the mat once. His corner saved him and threw in the towel. He did not hit the mat, all right? People say that, Spence even cracked Kell Brook's rib. I don't know how true that is, but people say that. Still didn't hit the mat. I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell his rib was cracked. The man is tough, okay? I don't see Bud stopping him. I don't see it. If it does, it's going to be on some Jeff Horn shit when he never hits the mat. I don't see him dropping him. I don't see him beating him. I don't see him beating him like that. I see this being a 12-round fight if Bud wins. 12-rounder. That's what I see. Okay? No bullshit, all right? It's been 3 years since Kell Brook had that eye injury. He could be 100% healthy, yo. After he got his eyesight broken the first time versus Triple G, he didn't even wait a year after that, and he was fighting Earl Spence. Like, this is different, and I believe this probably is the best Kell Brook we're probably going to see. Kell Brook knows it's just like 16 years he's been in this game. He probably won't get another title fight after this. If he does lose, he better put on a good showing, a real good showing. Because fighting Terrence Crawford actually can get him more fights, but it all depends. I really don't see it. I don't see it like that because this is at like the end of the stretch of 147, meaning somebody's going to get that undisputed match. Like, everybody's reaching for that right now. So, I mean, the future for him at 147 only stays if he wins his belt. If he doesn't, I don't think he's staying at 147. But Keller's going to and him being 100, not being tender-faced for this fight, and he going to need all of that in this fight because he does not have it. He doesn't have the upper hand when it comes to foot speed or hand speed. And Bud's ring IQ is up there. So he's going to need all of that because Kell does not have a high guard at all. When you watch his fights, show me some footage where he was holding both his hands up to block punches. I haven't found him. And he doesn't move his head enough not to get hit square. You know what I'm saying? Kell Brook Bud, if he has enough on his punches to keep Kell Brook honest, this should be an easy fight for Bud. Bud should pick him apart. He should be smart and use his reach. What's his reach anyway? I think he got 5 inches on Kell Brook. He got a 5-inch reach advantage on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he used his boxing ability, this could be a very easy fight for Bud. This could be a very easy fight. He already knows, depending on what happens in this fight, people are going to talk about it because of Bud versus Earl Spence. I think he should just be smart and just use his reach and box well. Don't get into no damn dog fight. But, you know what I'm saying? Because if you get into a dog fight with the stronger and the bigger Kell Brook, it could be a bad night for Bud. Now, Bud already went on wax saying that he is going to either stop Kell Brook or make him quit. And he probably knows that's what he has to do because this is his last fight at Top Rank. And I have to agree, I don't remember the last time a fighter had that wasn't part of Top Rank. So he might have to stop him to win this fight, but I don't think he can do that. Maybe. You know, if we get the, you know, the out of shape Kell Brook, but Kell Brook said that he's in the best shape that he was before he fought Earl Spence, and I believe it. And then he said he was in the even better space than better shape than when he fought Sean Porter. Now that I will have to see to believe, but yeah, man, like if there's a stoppage, I see Kell Brook doing the stopping regardless of what anybody has to say. This is boxing, and I don't think it's far fetched for Kell Brook to beat Bud Crawford. If everybody remember my last the video that I made after Earl Spence versus Brook, I was saying that he was losing the fight. Nobody really agreed with me. In my opinion, what I was watching is that it was a very close fight. If Earl was winning, it was maybe by 1 round. I seen Kell Brook was winning by 1 round when it came to like the 9th round. You know, when the 10th round happened in the stoppage, I already seen that the fight was pretty much he had one up because that was the first knockdown. After that second knockdown, I knew the fight was already won, but it ended up being stopped. Saying that, just like I said, he took that fight after getting his face broken not 10 months before he fought Earl Spence and got the other side of his face broken. That's been 3 years ago. If he still have that guff in him, he could beat Terrence Crawford. Believe it, yo. He can beat him. And just remembering with what I seen when he fought Earl Spence, and even though Earl Spence wasn't he wasn't as accurate as he should have been, you know, saying that he was in another country. And I don't know how accurate Kell Brook will be since he is in America. But, you know, Kell Brook can win this fight within 10 rounds. For real. The fight could be over within 10 rounds. And that's what I'm going to go with. Kell Brook for the win in 10 rounds, or Bud with the win in 12. But, I mean, Kell Brook can also win that fight in 12 rounds, too. Because just like I said, I don't know one fighter that's held the WBO that wasn't a top-ranked fighter. And Bud can get robbed. Always like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you at the liquor spot on Saturday, 5 p.m. Peace.